Okay, so while I am like waiting for Overlord Venus. Okay, Venus is here. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Barely, but yes, can.
Give me 1 second.
Right, so for the people on stream, we kind of like decided to do this early, like on a whim, because why the fuck not? And there's actually a 12-second or 15-second delay on the stream. It's quite bad. My side, maybe.
I think last time also that was like around 20 seconds, right?
Yeah, I don't know why there's such a lag, but it's okay. Right, it's okay. So today, actually I want to check. I was trying to find like the new prompt for WPC, but they haven't released it. And coincidentally, this WPC prompt ends like this month, which is also the same time whereby the WSA ends, like in 5 days.
WS is ending.
Yeah, it is like according to Inkstore. So maybe that's why not a lot of people join, you see. Like recently I saw the ones that we did before the WPC prompts, the winners did not like, the editors didn't really pick gold winners. They only had like silver, bronze winners. No, not a lot.
Yeah.
I don't understand why, but like no gold entries.
I mean things are changing in Webnovel. Basically, Webnovel said, okay, we have more than enough authors now, so we don't need to like contract every single story that comes. We just need to like have quality stories. So they made standards for that, like for to get gold it should be this gold, to get silver it should be this gold, like that.
Okay, so
So
basically it got
if the
harder.
story is not gold worthy, then yeah.
Right.
But yeah, like winning in WPC is not guaranteed that the novel will do better, because I've seen a lot of bronze novels that are now in like top 30s now, whereas like gold novels are like in top 150s. So there is that also.
Okay, do you think that the prompts that we share actually will make sense though? Like, will we be like gold or bronze?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think the ones we make would probably get bronze at most. Like it depends on the topic. Like the prompts that we had the most fun, they won't be getting any medals.
Okay, our goal is not to get medals then. Okay, we're gonna make content that are not gonna get medals.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're reframing this. No more web novel consultancy. Bring yourself in. Alright, and challenge yourself.
No
So
more consultants.
now we have FL, we have ML again. So FL is like secret identity and ML is like weak to strong. So weak to strong is like a mainstream genre. Secret identity, I don't really know. By the way, are you recovered?
Yeah, almost recovered.
Almost recovered.
Like yeah. I mean, like, this is the first time that I'm taking so long to recover.
Really?
Like even for COVID, it just took me like 3 days to recover.
Huh?
By the 4th day, I was writing I was writing like more than 6K per day by the 4th day.
How long did it take this time? 2 weeks?
So yeah, this one took more than 2 weeks now.
Wow, that's okay, interesting. So your stockpile completely dried up by now.
Yeah. At least like thankfully for the past 2 days, I've been able to write something at least like around 4K per day. So it's somewhat better.
Okay, 4K is like what, 2 chapters? How many books do you have ongoing like currently?
Just one.
One?
The other thing, I'm just like updating once a week.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, I'm just like updating one religiously, and I'm preparing a new novel now. So I'm just like writing those two at the present.
Curious, is your new novel web novel centric or out?
Completely web novel centric.
Yucks.
Like as mainstream as I've ever written in my life.
Yucks. Well, okay. Completely judging you. Please do not do that in the prompts. I know we got web novel topics, but I don't want to see that. Right, and then you've died from like the prompts, the writing prompt on my server as well. You completely died off that.
Yeah. No, I've been unable to even write anything. So I was like, okay, my inspiration is pretty much zero.
The brain just. Psst.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
Both
try.
brain and my hands are not cooperating.
I can feel that. Like the depression is getting to me as well. Yesterday I was just
Yeah.
yesterday, yes. I was so triggered. I saw like Dame Butterfly's prom. I was so triggered. It affected my mood for like the entire day. It's been a while since I was so triggered by anything. You know, the first thing that came to mind, I was like, this is usually not me. Like, I give credit to even bad writing. I try to find something to like about some stuff, you know? But when I read the prompt that she submitted yesterday, the first thing that came to mind after that was like, what the fuck? And after I finished reading the whole thing, the first thing that came to mind was like, you call this writing? It was dead bad. I was like, this is not usually me, but I have no idea. Anyways, let's try. I don't really know if I'll be triggered with what you are going to write today. I really don't know. Okay, so you want to take the FL or you want to take the ML today?
I'll take FL.
Okay, FL.
Because weak to strong is what I always write. So like all my stories are weak to strong.
Okay. Alright, so I honestly don't know.
I just like... Yeah,
you want to explain, because I don't really know weak to strong either. I just... Weak and strong,
weak
I know.
Have you seen Naruto, right?
Naruto isn't weak. Like, dude, do you know when he was like younger, he wasn't weak at all. He was just unskilled.
No. Yeah, that is what a weak to strong story is. You're not going from a baby to like an OP god. You're going from average to OP. That's what weak to strong is.
I don't agree.
You don't have to like start from like really weak. Like it depends on the stories. But like, even in Naruto, like the only thing he had was his Kagemunshin and like a large chakra reserve. Like he couldn't even win against his own peers, right? Even during Chunin exam, that's where he started to actually grow a bit more. And then after that, once he became Jiraiya's disciple, is when like he started to actually like grow stronger. Until then, he was pretty weak. So that is like a classic example of a weak to strong story. Most of the stories are like that only.
But it's very
like the main character is weak, but he has at least like one or two like cheats or like some form of power that allows him to become really strong.
Which is why I don't agree with weak to strong. It's called unskilled to skilled, not really weak to strong, don't you think? Because it's like a potential, but it's always been there. You were never weak. You were just unable to fully utilize what you could do.
That is what is being weak.
The truly
like
weak is like... Yeah? Okay, go on.
No, like you have a gun in your hand, okay, but you're so incapable that you are unable to even press the trigger. Yeah, sure you have the potential to become a serial killer, but at this moment when you are unable to press the trigger, you are weak. So it's like that. Another dude can just use his own fist to like pummel you into bits. But like once you know how to press the trigger, once you are able to aim, once you're able to shoot properly, yeah, you become OP in comparison to those enemy that rely on their fist. So it's like that. Most of the weak to strong stories are almost like this. Like the main character has tremendous potential, but is unable to utilize it at the start, and he's so weak that he doesn't even realize his own potential. It's like that.
That is just
like even if you have a gun, if you don't even know that there is a gun in your possession, you are damn weak. Like, so it's like that.
It's called being unaware and not weak. Like if you truly are weak, like literally weak, there's no way you can be strong, but you can be smart. That's the difference. Which is why when I see this in ML, I'm like, it feels full of bullshit to me. It's like you originally were strong, you're just being retarded. Personal opinion. Yeah. That's what
if you were really intelligent and you have no potential to improve, you're not a weak to strong MC. You're just a smart MC.
That's true.
Weak to strong means that you have the potential to become OP. So that is what weak to strong generally implies. Otherwise, you're just a weak MC.
Otherwise, you're just a
So it's like that. Yeah.
Okay. I won't pick on this, but I personally don't like this because classifying people like that is just superly unfair and it doesn't make sense. It's like choose to be a boy or a girl. It's just like, what the fuck? Can I like not be both at the same time? You know, I personally will disagree with this. Okay, it's maybe I'm more Gen Z than millennial. Technically, you are Gen Z. I am millennial. Kind of feels the other way though.
Yeah. I'm still stuck in like 1800s.
1800s was like your parents' time, no? Holy fuck.
No,
No, your grandparents'
like,
time.
The grandparents of my grandparents of my grandparents.
The
that
heck?
time.
How do you get that way back? Oh my god. Okay. Well, I want to see like the new generation thinking gap, like your 1800s versus my whatever Gen Zs. Oh, we have someone joining us. Hey. Okay, feel free to unmute and speak if you want. We're just like doing a discussion thing on YouTube right now. Okay, so you want to go through first? We'll do female lead first. So secret identity.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna
actually
like,
secret identity is most of the time it's used in ML. Like probably 99.9% of novels have secret identity as a tag. The main character will always there's a famous saying in Chinese, right? Tiger playing sheep, no, wolf playing sheep.
True.
Yeah, so most of the time you could just recall the example of gun. The main character knows he has a gun, knows how to use it, and is an expert shooter, but he'll act like he doesn't have any weapon and is bullied by people who are using like paper knives to like charge at him, and then in the end he will reveal that he actually has a gun and he headshots them all. So it's also face slapping, and he is keeping his identity secret, and when he chooses to reveal it, he kills everyone in the area. So it's like that.
Okay.
So majority of MCs are basically like secret. They keep their identity secret, otherwise they'll get arrested. Because basically they are psychopaths who are like killing like thousands of people in every area they go to.
True. Okay, take away the web novel aspect of it. Your interpretation of secret identity and how you would craft it.
Yeah, Batman. As simple as that.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Batman or Superman? Take a vote now.
Yeah, Superman.
You choose Superman instead of Batman?
Yeah. I like Superman better.
Oh my god, you are my enemy.
For me, the aspect I like about Superman is the fact that he can fly. That's all. Nothing else. Like when I saw the Man of Steel movie, I was just seeing the trailer, and the scene where he flies over the sea and he becomes supersonic. Like even when I see it now, I still get chills. So it's like that. I like Superman because just for the fact that he flies OP. Like there are other characters that can also fly, but like it's almost like they are just like hanging on a thread on a green screen mat, and the surroundings are just like they're changing. It doesn't have that aspect of flying. Like even in the older Supermans, I didn't like any of them. The only one I liked was Man of Steel, just because of the way they made him fly. As simple as that.
I mean, yes, you could, but honestly, you are still my enemy, okay? Those in the chat, Team Batman with me. Team Superman, go over to Venus's server. Get out of my server. But yeah, true. Okay, secret identity, Batman. So it's like living a double life kind of thing. Okay, but you always mention like the sheep or like the tiger pretending to be a sheep. Is there a case or scenario that you can think of the other way whereby the sheep pretends to be a tiger? What about that?
Yeah. Okay. Have you seen Dragon Ball Z?
No. Oh my god, that's the one thing I refuse to watch.
Okay, there was this one character there who was just comic relief, and every action that these Super Saiyans, these Goku, Vegeta and characters, they are fighting with like really powerful enemies. So everything they do is attributed to this fellow who cannot even like kill a chicken. So that's the best case where a sheep pretends to be a tiger. He's so weak, but yeah, okay. Have you seen One Punch Man?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, the
King,
top tier
King, King is
hero.
that.
Yeah, I remember. It
Yeah,
was like
yeah,
coincidence.
yeah.
Oh my god, that would be like really something I would look forward to, because I imagine, like, the amount of stress and social anxiety. They're like, I have no talent but I have to pretend to be, and then everything they do, everybody
Yeah.
just bows down towards them. That would be like,
Reading about such scenes or seeing them animated is like the best entertainment you get. Like whenever I see King scenes, I'm always excited because I know that he cannot do shit, but like everyone pretends that he's super scary.
it's like, when
So
are you
yeah.
gonna get exposed?
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely want to read something like that. Secret Identity. That would be like so freaking cool. It's FL though, so the thing is, it has to be like romance related. Okay, can we just like screw the romance? Romance is optional.
Yeah.
Okay, from now
I think most of the stories would be better without a romance.
I know, right? Like half the people who write romance hasn't even fallen in love, and the other half are probably don't understand what true love is. Like maybe only one or two understands, but like the rest of them are just like, oh my god, this guy's so hot, I want to get in his bed. That is the romance they write, and I'm just like, no, I don't think you understand that that's just being slutty, like just pure smut, and those kind of like, you're writing based on hormones. You're not writing romance. Pretty sure, but
Yeah,
then
most of the romance stories are targeted towards teens with like hormonal
horny, yeah,
imbalance.
it's like
So
horny people.
So yeah, these stories are actually perfect for them, and it is marketed to them most of the time.
I guess.
When I was like 15 or 16, if I read this story, my heart will also like thump accordingly. Now if I'm writing, I'm just like, yeah, what are you even saying, dude? This is not even logical. So there is that difference. Once you stop being a teen, you cannot enjoy romance stories as much as you did when you were a teenager.
I think not. Okay, it depends, because I have like married women who still are like teenagers at heart. They like delve into all kinds of teenage romances, and they just, I don't know whether they live a married life or they're just like living in a fantasy world because they are not happy with their marriage. But anyways, like I don't find a lot of romances like healthy or happy in a sense. It's not realistic, and it's just a lot of cringe, just cringe.
It's because if it is realistic, they have too much to relate with it, so they cannot escape from their realism. Like a majority of people would actually have like good families, but there is that escapism part of them that needs fuel to function, right?
Means what?
So for that, these stories are perfect.
So what? They don't want
Like they just want to run away from reality from time to time. But it's not like they are not satisfied with reality. It's just like some part of them is still like not like, even now I still like from time to time I think that okay, suddenly everyone becomes zombie and I take my axe and I kill everyone, I become powerful. I still have such thoughts. And I've already gone past my Chunibyo phase. So it's something like that.
I'm gonna judge you, but yeah, okay. If you are a writer, obviously this is gonna happen. But as in like, if you write, it's because you are unsatisfied about some aspect in your life, no?
Not exactly. Like, I'm writing stuff that I would really pray to never experience in real life. So it's not like I just want to convey that okay, something like this can happen. This scene is like really crazy that it terrifies me. So I just want to make others also terrified of it. As simple as that. It's more like I have this cool idea. I just want to share it with others. So it's almost like that.
Okay, makes sense. Works too. Right.
So even for others that are reading, they're also like, okay, so this can happen. Oh, it is so romantic if this happens, something like that. It's a form of escapism, as simple as that.
Of course, it's escapism. I don't face reality if I don't have to. Like, why the fuck would I choose reality over anything else? Honestly speaking. Like, if I wasn't rejected by death, like if my suicide didn't fail, I probably wouldn't be here. Not by choice. Okay, it's not my choice to be here. I just happen to be. Which is why the prompt for tomorrow is suicide airline announcement. Sorry, a little bit
Okay,
dark.
the stream got dark very soon. Yeah.
It got dark. Moving on. Moving on. Right, so I think
Moving on.
we can skip like the web novels examples of it because, well, apparently web novel isn't very good with their ideas, according to the last stream, huh? So I'm not going to.
Most of the time, it's just they're keeping it, they're playing it safe.
Yeah, so we're just gonna skip through that. All right, let me just see. Okay, 3 pages of this. Wow, the people.
You can do this. Like you can read the example and say from which story they copied it.
Do I know?
Because I just saw a rough glance at it, and I can already like pick out the titles that this is derived from.
Serious? Okay, I am not like the expert of that. You know that I have to be educated in the culture of memes by Cephalonia. I like have, oh my god, I can tell you my students call me like the person who doesn't live in the present era. That's what they call me. Like the person from the future or something like that. It's like I'm like a different dimension being. I don't understand a lot of these cultural context things. Okay, I'm gonna read and then you tell
same
me.
For me. I'm from actually from the 18th century. So, yeah.
You're from the past.
I get what you're coming.
I'm from the future.
I'm in the past.
Fuck. Who is in the present?
I can always say those were the days.
Fuck. Yeah, we need someone from the present. Like I'm from future, you're from past. This doesn't bode well for us. Okay, I'm gonna read and you tell me where the inspiration comes from because I'm pretty sure I don't recognize them much. By the way, a lot of FL manhwas that come out today or like mangas or Korean webtoons, they are shit. The FL ones, you know, like I read and I was like, no.
Yeah.
So I don't really read FL.
I haven't read a good FL story after I read Delusion.
After you read what?
Delusion. It's the vampire story I told once long ago.
No idea, but okay, yes, fine. I mean, there's some good ones, but a lot of trash ones. Right, the good ones are usually older. Okay, so I'm gonna read. Okay, idea number 1 by web novel itself was secret identity. Saintess by day, criminal by night. Your MC is a venerated saintess of a holy temple beloved by many. However, she secretly hates rules and regulations imposed on her by elders and the heavy expectations of the public. Hence, she rebels by donning a new persona, a daredevil thief that steals jewels and hearts. What happens when she steals from the prince? And the consequences begin to catch up on her. Okay, what kind of thing does this relate to?
I think there are 10 to 15 translation novels that came around 2018 or 19 where at the time this trope was popular. What? Like she's a doctor during the day and a witch during the night.
There was such a thing.
So the concept is it's because like she was a doctor in her original life, like in her first life she was a Mary Sue character, and then she was betrayed by her husband or boyfriend or someone else, and then she reincarnates into the past or she reincarnates into another world where she the character is a mistreated person with the same name as her. So after taking over her body, she's like, okay, now I'll live in your name and I'll ensure that no one bullies you. So during the day she acts good, and during the night she secretly assassinates them and stuff like that.
Okay, just to confirm, like when she reincarnates, she is like taking over the body, but she doesn't share the body with the original host, or does she share?
No, she's just taking over. Usually these stories, they show that the original host, that person, she died due to a heart attack, or she was practically stabbed to death. And when this MC takes over the body, magically some of the wounds are healed enough that she can survive, or the original host just goes away somewhere. And from time to time, just for emotional drama, when she sees someone who the original host actually loves, she'll suddenly start to cry. She'll suddenly develop a soft corner towards them. So it's they just play it convenient in whatever direction they want.
Okay, so basically they are like a very delusional person, like, oh my god, I have my past memories, I'll protect you even though like you're like gone, you're no longer in existence, and I'm confused about my self-identity. It's like I took over your body but I didn't say bye bitch, so now I'm like rekindling with your old life as a different person, and it's not NTR or adultery because you're not here anymore, it's me now. That kind of fucked up. Yeah, okay, got it. The first thing that this reminds me
typically,
of...
most villainous stories also have the same trope.
I don't know. The only thing that this reminds me of, because I didn't know about this previously, was Catwoman. Sounds like it, right?
Yeah.
So like before all
I
this,
haven't seen Catwoman, but like I read one or two of its comic formats. So yeah, I remember like it was somewhat similar here, but not exactly. I know that she does some stealing and stuff. Like not exactly sure beyond what she does after
she
that.
just a hateful bitch. Just yeah, she turned into a hateful bitch. She's like an original office worker or some kind of like, you know, regular job and stuff like that. And then life just treats her like shit. And she's like, you know what? Since this is so fucked up, let me fuck everything else up for you. That's how she. Yeah, and then the best part was she fell in love with Batman herself. And then she's like, oh, you know what? Maybe I can change sides from being evil. So she's not evil. She's just chaotic, you know. Yeah, she's just chaotic, and she's like the kind of person who can do anything and whatever to get to what she wants. And she's like whatever you give her, she will like, you know, return back tenfold because she's hateful like that. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah. So yes, pretty much.
When I was young, I used to see DC the animated series and all. At the time, the character that I liked the most was the one with wings and that Morning Star weapon.
Wings?
With like a Viking helmet or something.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't really follow, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a lady, is it?
Yeah, like yeah, it's a lady.
Ah.
She has wings and like she's pretty badass. Yeah.
Saw it in Justice League. I don't remember the name though. Viking.
Yeah, same. I used to see it when I was like really young. So
yeah, my parents, not my parents, my mom dubs Tom and Jerry under violence, so I don't have a very fulfilling childhood in a sense. I was not allowed to watch this kind of shit.
I mean, like, how can Tom and Jerry be called violence? Even when I was like a 4-year-old, I knew that it was a joke.
I mean, it depends, because I'm the kind of person who would take eggs and throw at people just to prove a point. Yeah, and I'm the kind of person who would throw like pots down the window as well. Like, I'm that kind of kid, you know.
I've never thrown eggs, you see. So because I wasn't that rich when I was growing up, I just used to throw stones. So that's the difference.
Oh my god. How is that any better?
I won't waste eggs on just to like throw and make a point, you know?
No, because like I saw the video and then they said if you drop it, like I saw a cartoon and then they said they accidentally tripped, fell, dropped the egg like kind of rolled for like a long freaking time. By the way, it was dinosaur. I didn't like realize that chicken eggs and dinosaurs not the same. So it kind of rolled for a long way and then it was like uncracked. And then I was like, hold up a damn second. So I'm gonna do my own experiments at home.
Actually, chicken is like the closest resemblance to a dinosaur based on a genetic point.
Yeah, but then it's like, you know, I watched a cartoon and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna run my own experiments to prove a point. So yeah, my childhood was a little bit different and difficult, I would say. Yeah, so Tom and Jerry was violence because my mom didn't know if I was gonna actually take a frying pan and smack my brother with it. It's murder. Okay, so
like it probably won't even be that lethal, right? It's just a frying pan.
Depends, I guess.
Unless you're using it while it was cooking. So if you're using a frying pan that was fresh out on the stove, then it's lethal. Yeah, you can just like take a pillow and defend against it.
I wasn't like the most obedient or you know, like best behaved child. I was violent when I was younger. The first day when I went to primary school, I ended up with a phone call like an hour after school started. My mom got a phone call from the teacher and was like, your daughter was in a fight. Just 1 hour. Yeah,
I remember during my first day I was just crying.
No, that's
I didn't do
normal.
anything else.
Yeah, that's normal. That's like regular kid stuff, you know. Me just like, okay, the reason why I fought was because I said hi and the bitch didn't say hi back to me. I was so offended. I hit her in the face. And then yeah, it like in front of the teacher and the classmates, and so my mom got a call. They were all like so shocked. And I was like, yeah, no, to me it was regular, you know. It's like I don't know, man, like I have terrible EQ back then. and no social skills or whatsoever. I was a little bit different in a sense. Yeah, that what happened. Anyways, second idea. An ugly, unassuming MC is picked on constantly for her poor looks and shy, awkward behavior in real life, but turns out she's actually one of the most highly paid VTubers online with a distinctive voice that nets her millions every stream. What happens when she has enough of tolerating bullying and decides to pay back everyone that made her life hell 100-fold while keeping her secret? Okay, this secret identity for FL kind of just sounds like hateful bitches all around. Why?
Yeah.
Why? This is just like face slapping. By the way, you don't realize that VTubers, they don't want to expose themselves even though they are bullied. They are like the, oh, it's okay, you know, the most VTubers that I know don't go on for revenge. They're like the, it's okay, I'll just go into hiding in depression for a while and then I'll return and then get all like, 10 times the money.
I think it's also because even if they exact revenge, they are the ones losing out a lot.
I know, it's
because most of the VTubers are famous and it's their career, because they're not selling their face or their body, they're selling their personality.
Correct.
So the moment they like add violence to it, like their personality loses its value.
Correct.
So they have a lot more to lose.
This is not a very good idea. I'll say this is not a very good idea.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not good.
Pass.
Like if you want to like write tragedy story, then this is the perfect recipe for that.
Secret identity, how I suicide.
I can already like imagine one story where she's like, the VTuber exacts revenge on the one she disliked, but after that the video of that goes viral and then a lot of problems come to her. She goes to court, she faces a lot of stalkers and a lot of So the title of that work is probably going to How I Subscribe to Unalive.
Not a very good title anyways. Okay, let's take a look. Number 3. To prevent the family from plunging into scandal, your meek MC is forced to replace her audacious younger sister by pretending to be her when she runs away before her wedding. Okay, that kind of like reminds me of 20 titles or something. Okay, unfortunately, this means that she has to live the rest of her life pretending to be her younger sister to save everyone's life. Like, why the fuck? How will she cope with this new challenge, especially when their personalities are so different? I mean,
why? That is the first question I'm getting the names. Like, why do you even need to like pretend to be your younger sister? Like, who is so free that they will take so much headache and then cover up for someone else's mistake?
I mean, it's
like your sister is like running away from home. Yeah,
it's like a different story if you want to steal your sister's husband, but to marry someone that your sister ditched is kind of like a waste. It's like retarded. This screams of Mary Sue personally. Yeah, I will pass.
I mean, it just shows that this MC is so gullible that she's willingly exposing herself to be slapped by multiple people, and she's also showing the other side of her cheek. Because you slapped me on the right side, left is also free, slap that also.
This is Mary Sue. Pass. Terrible ideas. One after another. Okay, the last one. Let's see if Webnovel has a redeeming chance. After a near-death experience, your MC develops superpowers and is determined to moonlight as a superhero, deliberately keeping it a secret from her parents and friends. Yet her biggest thorn in her side is a new villain in town that keeps hindering her. But wait, why does he remind her of the transfer student in the class? And she's like, oh my god, bad boys are totally my stuff. This is kind of like a 50-50 from me, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, you.
This is a plot that is so good that it will fail both as a ML and FL. Like no one will be interested in like reading it. Like by the time you read the second sentence, I was like, okay, I just zoned out.
I am like, okay, I understand the appeal of bad boys, but like normally they are packaged in handsome things like vampires, but this one is just straight out, okay, bad boy but bad life as well. Like, make the wrong choices. And then you fall in love with a bad boy with a bad life, you're just asking to be screwed over. It's a 50-50 like
you're also getting like 500 chapter plot because of this.
I know. It reminds me of what was that story again? Oh my god, I can't remember. But it's similar. But instead of a superhero, it's kind of like a rich girl. rich girl falls in love with like the druggie, the drug dealer or something like that, and then after that she teaches her entire family and her whatever just to join this drug dealer thing, and in the end it's like not a happy story, but they kind of try to romanticize it so it's stupid in a way. I'm like, not my thing. It's a 50-50.
Yeah. I mean, those stories are common in real life also. So
True, but if they change,
yeah, if I wanted to read it, I can just like pick up a newspaper.
savage.
So yeah.
Okay, if they change the villain to like anti-villain, okay, so maybe someone not like completely evil and bad, but like someone who is an outcast, who does things on like the grey side of things, maybe it can work out. But straight up villain is just a no.
Yeah. Or you could just make it like he is someone who is on the other side of her, so they have no other choice to clash, but he is justified in his actions, properly justified, not just like a twisted reason. So like he's probably like trying to steal from the rich to like give money to the poor, like the classic example, and the people he's stealing from are her friends, people she really cares about. So that might result in a reason for them to clash. But yeah, like this format is not exactly interesting for me. So
okay. But you are supposed to do this topic though, so up to you. You have ideas?
Yeah. Wait, the title is Secret Identity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could. I have pretty decent one.
Okay, right. So
yeah.
We are gonna move to mine. Okay, like you explained earlier, weak to strong MC doesn't mean that they are truly weak. It just means that they are strong, but they don't have the means to be strong, and then they develop that way. So we're gonna just skip this front part here and go straight to the. Oh my fucking god! What is with Webnovel? They have like, I think they are biased. They have like these pointers to for the male lead, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and they don't have that for female lead. What the heck? So biased. Okay, and let's just take a look at the ideas first then. Right, you help me out with this. So you were working as a slave together with your sister after your parents disappeared without a trace, and never came back. Holy fuck.
Trace.
Webnovel. One day your sister was taken by force by some man saying that your master had sold her to a man from a faraway town. You cried in agony as your only family was taken forcefully from you. Your perspective of life has changed. You stopped talking altogether, and all you do in your free time is training. With few years of extensive training and planning, you managed to find an opportunity to kill your master and run away. Okay, set upon a journey to find your beloved.
Like basically, this type of format gives me a headache, because why do you even have to write this? This is like NTR. You don't need to write it.
Why must
the world is better without writing?
I know, right? Yeah. It's like you have to have a tragedy occur before you are motivated to do something. It's like a loser's mentality. Yeah. Like I would prefer prevention first, no? It's like the kind of true story. Okay, I dated people in the past who are like, oh my god, okay, I can't do this by myself. Like, oh, only when I date someone, or like when I find this person, then I start improving on myself. Like, too late, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So of course I ditched them.
It should be some. Yeah, I mean, like even a harem Pokemon format is better, more interesting than this story. Because this just gives me like anger issues.
Oh, it's triggering for sure, okay? I like nothing wrong with people wanting to read or write it, but like it's too dumb. Like you have to, why do you have to wait for life to happen to you before you take initiative? It doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
Maybe because we are like, IN something, IN what? Your INFP, INTJ. It's like the initiative of wanting to get things done, like for yourself, for the sake of yourself, not for the sake of other people. It's like a lame excuse of, I can't do this because of other people. It's like lame blaming. You're not taking responsibility and ownership. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
And the second one is like freaking long. Holy fuck. Okay, let me give this a try. You are the only son of the greatest warlord in town, but unfortunately you were born weak and therefore unable to live up to your father's name. One day your father started to get sick and unable to leave his bed. On his deathbed, he whispered to you with all his might that he loves you nonetheless. After his death, your uncle treats you badly and sets a plan to expel you from town. It's then that you realize your father was poisoned for a long period of time, weakening him bit by his own brother, aka the uncle. But he was a very strong cultivator, second to only your father, and you are helpless to help him. Helpless to help him, he died. Okay, never mind. Okay, you decided to leave town quietly before he killed you, hiding the fact that your father had passed on a secret cultivation technique that only one legendary warrior had ever mastered before. This a little bit strange. Like, if your father loved you that much, he would have passed you the secret cultivation technique before that, no?
Yeah. Actually, like when I actually started to read cultivation stories, this plot actually like it interested me. Like, oh, okay, yeah, he gave some legendary secret technique to this guy's son. Oh, wow. But like now I'm like, why is it dumb? You like, why did you have to wait until you're dead to pass on this technique? Or why not you cultivate it yourself, right? It's not like the technique has a limitation that only one person can cultivate, right?
Yeah.
So like you just cultivate it yourself, man. Why do you have to wait until you give it to someone else?
I mean, like,
and then it's not even a guarantee that his son can inherit it, because like if this guy had like more than 2 brain cells, he should know that he's been poisoned. But the thing is, like in most of the cultivation stories, the majority of people have less than 1.5 brain cells, so that's the basic problem that comes here.
Okay, I only see this working if like these dark arts, you're cultivating the unorthodox, and like it requires a human sacrifice. So the dad was like, I'm gonna be the human sacrifice for you so that you can do this.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
If it is like that, then it's fine. But most of the time, it's like there are no issues, and if it's like, okay, if you're cultivating this, your cultivation level will regress back to stage 1, and then you have to cultivate from start again. Then there is a chance that he might not do it because he has responsibilities as like the city lord and all. But most of the time, these techniques are so OP that you can just like cultivate it from scratch, and then you can reach that his father's cultivation level in like 2 days.
It's like pay to win. This is the Chinese pay to win.
Yeah. So it's like, it'll be like, why did this guy have to suffer so much just to like, he could just cultivate, like he could just like go into hiding for 2 days and then return stronger than before. And then be immune to all poisons, everything. So yeah.
This is one thing that really gets to me as well. I'm like, the fuck you writing the story for then? Just go to the end. Smack the end. Like, why you have to say all these things? Like, makes no sense. You want the journey, not the results. But people are just looking at fast food results, and it's like, nope, they're not my thing. Pass.
Yeah, I think like a majority of readers these days, they want fast food type of stories. Like, this guy is bullied this chapter, and the next chapter itself he becomes OP, and then again he just, for some reason, he travels to some other location where he's so weak and others are so strong. He gets bullied again. He gets another power up, face slams them, rinse and repeat for like 10,000 chapters. I think that's the type of stories these people actually want these days. They don't want like a consistent, realistic story of a person who actually has like a proper hero's journey. Yeah,
it's generation gap. Because like nowadays, you don't know something, oh, don't worry, Google will carry you through. Realize that?
Yeah.
So
I think it's also because of TikTok that the retention capacity of people have become so low that they want everything packaged within one chapter itself. Like, I've seen people complain in a paragraph comment that like this main character like so shallow, he doesn't even have any depth, and like this is from like young readers, and the older readers are like, bro, you're in second paragraph of chapter 1. Do you want like 100 chapter backstory at this point itself? You're just at like the second paragraph chill.
I mean, they are
so
entitled.
It's like that.
They are entitled to whatever they think, but actually what they see is a reflection of themselves mostly.
Yeah.
So no need to argue with those. Let them be.
It's not like actually a reflection of themselves. a reflection of themselves in their dreams. That is like the accurate version.
It's like
because a lot of people think that they're so badass that even if they see like 100-meter long dragon, they'll just like take a kitchen butter knife and then hack it into pieces. So that's what they're thinking. In truth, a 2 feet high dog can clobber them into pieces.
Don't talk about 2 feet
tall
dog. Give them a cockroach nowadays.
Like, yeah. I mean, yeah, cockroach will do.
The freaking one of my worst fears is a fucking cockroach of all things. You know, I cannot. I may be able to fight a dragon better.
Why is it like why is it a cockroach? Cockroaches are not even lethal.
No, but like, you know, the level of disgust for those creatures is just like, oh my god, leave me alone. They kind of, you know, and it's like, it just feels creepy. Okay, like no offense to cockroaches, but I feel like those things should not exist, like should not be alive together with mosquitoes.
I think you haven't even seen the actual creepy ones. Have you seen the leech in action?
Yes, because we went to like mountain hiking, you know, and then after that, there was like this swamp thing that we have to cross. And then, like when it came out, it's like, okay, I did not get like, you know, bitten by leech, but everybody else in my family, okay, my parents got bitten by leech. The one who got bitten by leech the most was my father. I was like, oh my god, I don't know, maybe the leech doesn't like me, but I was so thankful it like did not like.
Actually, leech is like blood that is that has a certain type of concentrations. So it's like that.
And then the thing is like,
it probably sensed that you didn't have much blood to offer it. So it was like, oh yeah, okay, fine. I just target someone with like more blood, someone who is more generous, you know. Like, the leech was being considerate of you. Like we are living in the 21st century. Even leeches are considerate.
The fuck? It's like, you know, I wish the mosquitoes can be like that. It's like, leave me alone, I have anemia. But like, no, the mosquitoes target me first, but the leeches leave me alone. Like, what is this discrimination? Offended.
I mean, that is because mosquitoes never discriminate. They are different. They are completely different.
No, mosquitoes discriminate. Okay, if you put male and female in the same room, right? Usually the female gets bitten first, especially if the female is close to period. But I swear.
That is because you probably don't have any hair on your body to defend against the mosquito needles.
What are you talking about?
Have you seen a proper grown adult's body? There is a layer of hair armor on it. By the time the mosquito can penetrate it probably exceeded its lifespan.
I'm about to deliver a slipper to India to smack you. You do realize I'm older than you, right? And you're asking if I've ever seen a proper adult body. What's wrong with you?
No. I mean, in the sense that the men there might probably wax themselves. So yeah.
I'm offended, Max. But sure. Okay. Like, you do realize that I'm older than you, right? And if you are considered an adult, by default, I qualify.
I don't think like... See, women generally have very little hair as compared to men. So that is why mosquitoes target women more.
Okay, depending on the hair you're talking about, you do realize that I have a lot more hair, even if you shaved your entire body, right? Because the one on my head is $500 worth. just saying. Okay, moving on before I argue with you any further and get offended. Right, the fourth idea for weak to strong MC. You died after wasting your life away pointlessly without any direction, only to regret it at the end. Very typical human. Okay, God pitied you, why the fuck would he? And is willing to give you a chance for a second life, like why the fuck would he? Okay, but he assured you it will not be easy, of course not, and it will be very tough to hike to the top, okay? You took the chance and decided to give it your all despite the obstacles, not having regrets anymore. This is not very weak to strong MC though.
This is not a weak to strong MC. This is basically a rebirth. By this point, I'm like tired of rebirths. I'm like, you failed to do any shit in your first life. Why do you even have to repeat the same?
It's like, why do you deserve a second chance? Right?
Yeah.
Like you.
I mean, like, if you actually regretted it, like you should have taken some steps in your first life itself, right? Okay. It's not like you will wait until you die and then after that you'll take steps to like, no, I regret, I should have done this, I should have done that.
Yeah, they
Like, it's
had
no
a
use.
chance. But the ones who really deserve like a second life, I feel would be the people who were born to the wrong kind of parents in the wrong kind of situation, whereby maybe they were like, forsaken upon birth, and then they just died there. Yeah, that kind of people would have deserved like a second life. But
I mean, if it is a second life, it should be in like a different environment, not same life.
Correct.
Yeah.
Precisely.
That takes, it takes away everything. Like, your first life was already shitty. You don't have to repeat it 2 times.
I know,
right?
right?
That is actually a punishment. Yeah.
Truth. Yes, this is the kind of content I was hoping to hear from you. But yes. Okay, so I don't think this qualifies for the web novel thingy, so I'm gonna pass on that as well.
Actually, this qualifies in terms of web novel. This qualifies because a lot of people have regrets, so they are like, okay, if I die, let God or whatever being who is there take pity on me and then make me regress back to my soul. Because a lot of people are thinking, okay, when I'm reborn again, I'll invest in Bitcoin and I'll become a millionaire. Basically, that's what a lot of people are expecting.
No, but they didn't ask the question, are they worthy of it? Did they do anything to earn it? It's self-entitled bastards.
Nah, people don't care if they're worthy or not. Yeah.
Yeah, basically it's self-entitled.
It's just like, I want it, that's all, yeah.
Yeah, you want it. You think who confirmed? Nobody confirmed it. So like even God would be like, oh, okay, you get to like the devil. And what makes you think that even if you died right now and you've forsaken this life, you would get a better one? Probably you'd be worse.
There is no guarantee.
Yeah. So I would say if you want to make a change, why don't you do it now? You have the chance. You're still not dead.
Yeah. I think this type of stories are generally meant for people who have like a covered aspect towards life. So for them, these stories are better.
So I feel like maybe web novel is milking on your insecurities for cash.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, this is why I quit web novel. I guess you're quitting soon. No, actually you're not quitting soon because you are doing a new work.
No. Yeah. I still have to like milk the content there. Yeah,
okay, sure. Okay, feed on everybody else's insecurities like a leech. Just like
no, I'm not like I generally don't write about such stuff because like I get pissed when I see such things. So for me it is just like an entertainment aspect. Like if it is entertaining enough, that's all. So yeah.
For sure.
Before I used to like I just used to do it do stories that gave me 100% entertainment. Now I'm doing stories that give me 70% entertainment and like thinking the 30% for in terms of the reader's perspective. That's the difference.
Okay. Are you good at comedy though? Because entertainment and comedy kind of different.
Actually, I'm not good at comedy. Like in terms of writing and all.
Then how do you
like very rarely I've written things that made people like really laugh.
Okay, then have you written things that made people be like, what the fuck is wrong with the author?
Yeah, plenty.
Okay, the other kind of entertainment. You the other kind of entertainment.
Yeah, you just need to see like the reviews on my stories. And they'll be like, what was the author smoking when he gave the main character such a name? Like I8 System's main character name is like Compass Carburetor.
I sometimes wonder like why like okay, never mind. Like it represents the nerd inside of you, but like nobody wants to expose their inner nerd willingly. But you technically are not really nerd. You just acting like a nerd. It's really,
pretty much.
Really confusing. It's like you're not really one of us, but you're trying to be one of us. Why?
It's not exactly like that. It's just like I have like multiple facets where one facet of it is like this, like a nerd. Like actually, I can be very nerdy if I want. So it's different. I was once a nerd, so yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll give you like the benefit of the doubt then, like a tadpole. Okay, don't know whether you are a fish or a frog, but for now, yes. Okay, I'm stuck. I'm like in big trouble today because I don't know what to write for weak to strong MC.
You could probably like think of a wonky idea. Basically, think of it like this: write something that will make me laugh. Maybe that may be better.
Alright, something that will make you laugh. Anything makes you laugh in my voice. What are you talking about?
No, in terms of writing, not in terms of voice. That's the difference, right?
Wow.
Like I know you can make me laugh by reading it, but if if I am the one reading it, like will I be laughing? That's
not really my thing because I usually write like intellectual strong, not like physically strong. They're not my thing.
You could actually just make it like this person was supposedly strong, but like he took an arrow to the knee and lost all limbs. Now he's on a wheelchair. Then you can like give him all the strong traits that he usually do and like cut them off. So
What? Okay. Okay. I will like come up with the concept first, cause I'm not very sure. Right, you come up with yours as well.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
I also somewhat done there. I like took a hint of what you have. Or maybe you want to go first?
Okay, I'll go first. So the title of mine is "The Psychiatrist is a Sleeper Cell."
Sleeper
So
cell?
the concept is,
What is sleeper cell?
sleeper cell is it's typically used by terror organizations. They are people who have been like trained from birth. They are brainwashed to become terrorists. But like after they reach the age of 6 or 7, they are released into the open. So they live normal lives after that. They have a family, they marry, they have a family, they even have kids, they set up shop, they struggle through life. Basically they live as a normal person unless until the day they get orders from the organization that trained them. So the moment they get the orders, they actively become a terrorist. So that's what the sleeper cell is.
Are they like hypnotized or not? Like they willingly
Yeah. It's like that becomes the foundation of their moral compass. Like People grow up because of what they're taught and like what they grew up learning, right? So for them, the first 5 to 8 years of their life is basically within the organization. They are completely modeled by the organization to act on their beliefs. So and the best thing about sleeper cells is that if the command doesn't come, they remain as a normal person for the entire life.
Okay.
They are incapable of taking action on their own. If the order comes, they change. Otherwise, they're just normal people, completely normal people.
Damn.
So yeah.
Damn.
Actually, like in India, we had like such cases. So yeah, people here are like more aware of such concepts.
Okay, I've learned something new today. Right, so it's a sleeper cell, but they are actually educated in psychiatry without knowing that they are brainwashed.
Yeah.
Paradox. Right, so you have secret identity, psychologist as a sleeper cell inducer, and anti-twirl. Alright. Okay, your plotline. Mentally wounded people visit the #1 psychiatrist famed for her successful treatments, unaware that she's been brainwashing people to become sleeper cells for a terrorist organization. Right? Simple, straightforward, and interesting to watch. I will like.
Yes.
I want to see how you can do with this. Right, so for me, I just like took your ideas, okay? I took your ideas, like your suggestions to come up with something like that. So it's similar to Ball of Nothing, but not the same. Right, so it's basically the title Power of Food. Because why the fuck not? So the concept is weak to strong, food, alien, and maybe zombie. I don't really know if it's zombie because like the character is a mushroom. Yeah. Because like I study in science class that mushrooms are the things that come out when things are decaying, right? They are like the forest cleaners.
Yeah.
So like imagine if like the mushroom feeds on everything that decays, and then one day they feed on a decomposing alien corpse that was like undiscovered, and then you know, because alien and like DNA mutation, and then it starts gaining awareness, and then it starts to devour everything, and when it duplicates the spores or something like that, and then it gains abilities and intelligence, and then it grows to be this thing. Weak to strong, but technically it's not a person, and it
Okay,
is
yeah, it's actually evolution. So yeah,
this
actually,
is not weak to strong.
with the yeah. With evolution tag, it's pretty famous in Webnovel actually. Like a lot of top stories basically the evolution. Similar to this.
So it's not weak to strong.
Yeah,
No,
it's weak to strong.
it is. Okay.
See, this is the example that again. See, the mushroom at the present moment it is pretty weak, but it has the potential to dominate the world because it gained awareness because of eating an alien corpse.
Yeah.
Right. So this is what most stories have. Like they are actually very weak. Like at present, a dog could casually eat the mushroom and like end its career. Right. So at the moment it's very weak, but it has the potential to become an overarching entity that rules over the world. So that is pretty much, you have pretty much captured the essence of a weak to strong story.
Okay, pass. Right. So now I was like, am I doing this not the right way again? Every time I come up with something, usually it's not the qualified way. Okay, let me just set up the stream timer first. No, wait, I have to join the Okay, we start the sprint first. And then after that, I'll do like the on-sprint timer thingy.
Okay.
Yeah, so 15 minutes. So join first, my server. Oh my god, did I accidentally ping someone? Okay, never mind. Okay, so I'm like gonna mute as well. So when it starts, then we can, oops, wrong one. When it starts, then we can like mute, type away, and then come back when it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just mute. Okay, I'm gonna mute now. So I'll see you in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, sure.
actually like done with my prompt attempt. There's like about a minute left or so. Reminds me of Ball of Nothing. Right, as usual for everybody else who is on stream, who is viewing this, and you want to include this in nuggets. By the way, where's nuggets? Alright, just submit it in this format over here. Title, concept, character, plot outline, and then the draft. So this is the format for it. I will input this itself and tell me if it's actually the weak to strong NC or like the secret identity, and it will post it there in nuggets. So yeah, nuggets actually like, yeah, pretty much. I'm just like waiting for Venus to be done. Alright, that's an indication that the sprint is almost up. 40 more seconds. Euro 496 words. Word count in Euro 496.
Yeah. I already finished like around 2-3 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, same. Because I kind of like had no idea, so it was just random. It reminds me very much of Ball of Nothing, actually. Because when I first started writing Ball of Nothing, I was on Win, and it was like 200 words. The first chapter was 200 words.
How can you like just make it 200 words and call it a chapter?
Why not? Okay, you want to see Ball of Nothing's chapter? Okay, the below part was longer, but it was like literally 200 each words. That was the opening. That was the chapter. Because like before that, I didn't know Webnovel. Nobody guided me, so it was like Tali was like dead or alive. That's the question. Literally like 200 with the rest of it. It fits in like one screen page, I think. Okay, and then the rest of it was like the but author's announcement and whatnot. Yeah, because there's like so many people are shitting on me like 200 like 200 words. What the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? Who said it couldn't be? You know. Yeah. So Ball of Nothing literally is this in your stream. It's just here. It's like from there, the top of like the screen page, my stream itself, to the bottom of it. That is like the entirety of Ball of Nothing's chapter 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs. It's like literally writing an essay, but maybe shorter. 200 words. In the Bible, God created the world in mere 6 days. That's like the first. And then the end of it, better still, am I dead or alive? What's the meaning of my existence? How was I created? End. Yeah.
Wow.
That a chapter.
Even the essays I wrote were 300 words.
No, it can be a good chapter. So it's like you know, there's 70 paragraph comments in like the middle chapter. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. That paragraph alone had 70 comments, and the paragraph, it says, before God came into the picture, I was there. I just lazing around in the middle of space, minding my own business. All of a sudden, this newbie who discovered the power of creation decided to run an experiment to test his abilities after intruding into my territory and created a whole ass universe. Then, before I could collect myself, he was gone. Instead of my humble abode of emptiness, a whole solar system and galaxy now stood in his stead. What a mess! So yeah, then that paragraph took like people.
The most paragraph comments I had was, I think, when I introduced my MC's name. the comments were so fun and witty that I was laughing the entire time. While reading the paragraph comments of the first 3 chapters, I was laughing the entire time.
I mean, like, the reason why they had 70 comments is because, firstly, I write religion, right? Then there are like, there's some people are like, hell yeah, something about this, someone who is unafraid to offend. And people are like, who told you that the universe was done by a god? And then some other people were like, oh my god, God's a newbie. Yeah, you know? And then and then you have the people who like, you dare to use like this religion to write a story? Oh my god, blasphemy. They just like, anyways, that's the reason why.
They are pretty much having fun in the field.
Yeah.
Plus that.
Yeah, so it's like, this is 200 words. How you can write a chapter in like 200 words. That's how I started. And when I did this prompt, it reminds me exactly the same of how I started it. Probably not the best. Like, who am I?
I'm sure, because like at the start you said that you didn't have any idea, but like you still finished the prompt.
As in, I didn't have any idea. I still don't have any idea. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, so later you see. Okay, let's just check yours first. I lost it. Oh wait, it's on top. Okay, here. So we start. You want to read mine or you want to read yours aloud? Because I'm not gonna do both.
I'll read yours. You read mine.
Okay. Okay. I hope you know how to pronounce gibberish.
I'll pronounce gibberish in my own.
Okay, fair enough. Just a heads up for you. Alright, so I'm gonna read yours. Ting ting ting. In a room spotting walls of varied colors, there were 2 people seated in the center, a youth and a middle-aged woman. The youth was somewhat distressed, feeling his eyelids twitch every time he heard the tingling sound from the middle-aged woman. Your worries are only temporary. Peace is eternal. The middle-aged woman said. The plaque on the table beside her stated, country's best psychiatrist. I still feel depressed every time I think of my future aunt Twirl. The youth said, expressing his worries. I'm barely making twice the minimum wage. This girl that oh my god, I'm just gonna change it for you. This girl that I'm seeing hails from a well-to-do family. I don't have the confidence to keep her happy with my meager earnings. By the way, is this like psychiatrist or psychologist? Because like, you know, psychiatrist is the one that gives you meds and psychologist is not.
This is... I'm not sure of the difference, to be very honest.
Okay, so you want the one who is like the one who talks to you about your mental illness, or you want the one who just gives you medicine for your mental illness?
Both actually. At least based on here, what I've seen, there were people who did both. So like, I'm not sure if like it's actually different or...
I'm just gonna change it to psychologist for you, because like, if there is talking involved, you're not just giving medicine.
Yeah. It's mostly like they're mostly okay. I think it's mostly like counseling psychology.
Yeah, psychologist then. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Let me just. I'll do it for you, so that you don't have to do it when we just copy and paste later. Right. Okay. So love, happiness, or even frustration never stem from materialistic desires. Until say hitting a spoon on a cut's rim one that was.
Not a cut. It was a cup.
Okay. Rim. I think here you need space as well. Rim. One that was filled to the brim with water. Her action produced a clear but soft sound. One that caused the youth's eyes to become heavy. So it's like the what was that? The hypnosis thing.
Yeah. Actually, there is one instrument called Jal Tarangam here. Jal basically means what? It's just like a cup filled with water, and then you take a spoon, metal spoon, and like if you hit the edge, then it will produce a sound like a ringing sound because of the water ripples. So, and depending on the level of water filling the cup, the sound is different. So basically, we have like an instrument that creates music just using that. And actually, like, it is probably the best tool to like hypnotize someone.
Okay. Is it like glass?
Yeah, because like the sound of water basically makes us relaxed, right? For some reason.
It's like a bong, not really a ting. It's more like a bong.
Yeah. It's actually it's loud, crisp sound, but somehow it is soft to hear. So I think this is the only instrument that can produce. It's just basically a cup filled with water.
You need to send it to me because I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll continue reading. You can Google.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what should I do? The youth asks. I never told my girlfriend about my earnings. She thinks I earn a lot. The problem stems from one fact. Aunt will make eye contact. Your girlfriend has her head wrapped up in the clouds. Her voice strangely hypnotic. Bring her to reality. You meet the youth's eyes widen as he felt enlightened. At the same time, Aunt will slip a sheet of paper in his hand. Whenever you feel tense, chant this first. It will help calm you down. Once you memorize it, dissolve the paper in the cup and destroy it. Again, the cup. The youth unfold the paper, staring at the line written on it, his eyes widening further. A capitalistic society causes chaos. Okay, the true key to success, to a successful life, is to have minimalistic needs. But what if she asks for more? He asked, expressing his doubt. When people are confused, you must teach them the truth. Anto said calmly. Something to speak. Sometimes through speech, sometimes through coercion, and sometimes through force when necessary. Speech, coercion, and sometimes ... force. The youth muttered in a daze. I see. The next time my girlfriend asks to buy an expensive doll, I can talk her out of it. Coerce her to buy something cheaper, and if everything fails, you can take the help of peaceful objects, huh? Okay,
yeah,
a little bit confused.
Peaceful objects.
Okay, Aunt smiled towards, staring at the chart that showed household items like knives, hockey stick, etc., tools that could result in murder. You can take the help. A little bit strange here though. You can borrow maybe.
No, actually it's okay. It's pretty local. It's a term that the Indians use generally to refer. Okay. No, it's too political. I'll just tell you later.
Okay, can. No, normally it's like you can borrow the help of borrow, yeah. Right? Normally we say borrow, but okay, I'll just leave it then. Alright, thank you.
Yeah. In the context of here, it's more like take instead of borrow. So it's a bit of local.
Okay. You need to explain to me. Right, thank you. The youth shook hands with her. I feel somewhat better now. Don't forget to visit once every 3 days. We'll have music therapy to calm your nerves next. Aunt Will smiled. I won't say smirked. Watching the youth leave, smuttering once she was alone, and another believer for the cause. Eventually, there will be enough of us to destroy this country from within. Her lips curled into a smile as she switched on the FM radio and heard the daily news, one that talked about the increase in domestic violence throughout the city. Wow. Okay, so she's actually not like a sleeper cell, because she's actively in the line of duty in itself. She's like a frontliner or something.
Yeah.
Okay, believe your title might need change.
Yeah, actually, like once I started to write the draft, I was like, okay, like if I have to show what a sleeper cell can actually do, it's not something I can do within like 500 words.
That's true.
The sleeper cells don't. Yeah. So then I was like, okay, I'll just I'll turn her active. That's all.
Okay, so in that case, I think the title might need changing. So the psychologist is a sleeper cell. I don't know, creator, inducer, like what you said.
She's still like her identity is still secret. Like people still perceive her as like the best psychologist, but in truth she's nothing like that.
Okay, Ken.
She's using her profession as like
okay. So I might just get to the. You don't want to see what this is. Rhythm of water. Oh my god, 12 minutes. You expect me to watch 12 minutes?
No. Just I think probably 5 to 10 seconds just to hear the sound.
sound like bells.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
And depending on the shape of the cup, like the sounds change a lot. Shape and like the water levels.
Hey, just using your dinner bowls. I was like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like any ball can do the trick. That's the thing.
You know, here in culture, if you take your chopstick and you smack the bowl at dinner, you get smacked. Like, literally, that is not acceptable. I was like, Right. Okay, culture difference. Alright, so now, your turn. It's, yeah, anyways. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, so yes.
Deep to strong MC power
Are you lost?
of. How do you pronounce it?
I don't know, I just randomly typed.
No. This is tasty. I want more. Okay, it's cold. Okay, I am not good with.
That's why I say gibberish. It's not even. It's just like the. You know, I just randomly smack keyboard.
Yeah.
Okay, you can skip those.
What's that? It hurts. Water, dark, need water. Dark? What's dark here?
Where?
Okay, shade, right?
Yeah.
Water, yeah, it's. That's right. I can hide under a rock. Why though? For a long time I slept. The sound stopped. When I opened my eyes again, there were moving shapes around me. Beneath me, I feel the connection with my roots. The spores float in the air. I smell fresh moss and rain. The leaves are wet. There is a stench around and a buzzer flying everywhere. Annoying, so annoying. The buzzer fell. It fell into 2 pieces. Was this meant to happen? Creeping over from root to root, I sucked it up. It was slow, but it was worth it. Beneath me, the purple mush turned slowly into liquid. We drink it up and cast more spores. It tastes awful, but there's something more. Hungry. What's this? Hungry? It's not enough. The liquid stops. There's no more food. We need to search for more. But how? Movement. We need to move. Flies are legs. The buzzer had legs. Let's grow some of those. Crick. The roots twitched and folded. However, the stump was too fixed onto the soil. We must remove it at once to move. Tear. Okay, how do you say tear as a sound effect?
No, not tear. Tear. Tearing people. Tear. Yeah.
No, as a sound effect. It's like. Yeah. It hurts. It's not the same as the fire. The water did not help stop the hurt. Did not help stop the wound or something like that.
No. It's deliberate.
Okay. It hurts too much. Should we wait for it to go away? No, maybe we don't need legs. The buzzer had wings and we can fly. Spread the spores, we will spread them high above. 2 cycles of heat passed as we hid. The rain came again. We drank as much as we could and took root in a new place. The buzzer has a friend, but this friend did not buzz. It hopped and screeched noisily. It was an annoying fellow. The noisy fellow sat on smooth rocks that throbbed with heat. His liquid is there we need. Let's eat. Chup. It hurts, stop it. The liquid from inside the buzzer fell and covered the ground with liquid. The body slowly turns into liquid. We drank everything up again. Oh, I know what you are. You are a bird. Now we have wings and a voice. I see a bright ball in the sky. It's very different from the fly. The bird can eat a fly. The bird can eat a mushroom. I am called a mushroom, but I can fly like you. What am I? I'm hungry. Feed us more. I feel this is more like a poem than a story.
I told you I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah. It's like mostly filled with metaphors.
Yeah, correct. That's because it's done deliberately with minimal vocab. The idea of this is evolution with no knowledge, so minimum vocab. more like a sensory kind of download.
Actually, the starting reminded me of Reborn evolving from. It was hash one in Webnovel during 2018.
Don't know what that is, but yeah, I think I've heard of it.
It's an ML story. Yeah, it was one of the best-selling novels even today.
I heard of it. Like people were comparing me with that. People were comparing Ball of Nothing to a lot of these similar things, and I'm like, no, it's not. That's not it.
Yeah.
But this gives very Ball of Nothing vibes, so yes.
Actually, the one who wrote Reborn REFN, he was called authorvtuber. I'm sure you must have heard his name at least like once, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, so he was the one who got blacklisted by Webnovel because he took his entire reader base, moved to Amazon, made a lot of money there, and ignored Webnovel. So Webnovel was basically butthurt about it.
Okay, I mean, good for them.
Yeah.
Webnovel is
this guy he jumped on the Webnovel train at the perfect time. He left it at the perfect time, made a lot of money. He was #11 in Amazon of books. He became that, #11 in Amazon lit RPG genre. So he became that big.
Correct. I think another person who tried to do that was Legion, if I'm not wrong.
Legion 20, the Supreme Magus author, right?
Yeah. They did something similar as well, I think.
Okay. I'm not exactly sure about it. Like JK was already doing it.
Yeah.
He's already starting to move on from it.
Of course. Webnovel is like a good launch pad, but not for long term.
The thing is like it's not guaranteed that your subsequent novels will sell on Webnovel.
Well, it's never guaranteed.
Even JK's doesn't have any guarantee. Like the story that he wrote after my MPS, he didn't have a success story. Not even close.
I mean, it's the same everywhere you go, not just Webnovel, but it's more apparent in Webnovel.
Yeah. At least like in YouTube, if you have like suppose 1 million subscribers, even if your videos are not as interesting, you'll still like get 100 to 200k views per video. That means you'll at least earn like around at least $200. So if you're like uploading 5 videos a month, then you're making enough money. As simple as that.
Okay, YouTube is not the same as Webnovel because the content that you create is not the same. The people who subscribe to you on YouTube actually come for your personality more than your content most times. Which is why a lot of them can switch genres, and that's completely fine. But when you talk about a book, okay, and don't talk about the genre of the book, okay, you are a faceless person. There is no emotional connection or whatsoever with the audience that you are reaching, which is why it's not very engaging and you don't get to retain a lot of that attention. Unless you are someone like me, who the personality
which is why authors don't have they have a short expiration date. Like even now, even if I'm popular, by next year, this time I might be irrelevant in Webnovel. So that's why like a majority of people are like moving out to have more stability.
That's not the case for me though. I have never been popular. But my fan base has always been there.
Like even I've never been popular also. Like I've just been like the big author among the niche writers. That's all.
That's not even what I try to do, man. Like my every single work that I do has no link or no similarities. Like very little similarities. But the readers still pull through. Why? Because I was told even if I change my pen name, they would still be able to identify me by the vibes that I give.
Yeah, actually, there was one another author who did the same thing. I think he wrote a book called Reverend Ecstasy, Ecstasy or something. Yeah. So he was a popular author using some other name. And it has been like more than 2 years since he last wrote anything. So he published using a new name, and everyone was like, "Oh, the writing style feels similar to this novel." And then eventually the author came out and said, "Yeah, I'm the same dude. I'm just writing in the new name."
Yeah.
So it was like, for me, it was a pretty unreal moment. I was like, how are they even able to see? Like, if it is someone who is currently writing, then it's fine. Okay, you're still reading that novel. But this novel ended 2 years ago, and readers were still able to figure out that it was this guy.
So do you have the faith of being able to do this yourself? That's the question.
Yeah. It depends. It depends if I'm writing on the same style and quality as a Psychic Parasite, then easily, because a lot of the readers can easily figure out that they can they say that I'm the only one web novel with that style. So yeah, that is pretty unique. But if I'm writing in the style of high-end systems, then they might not recognize it.
Yeah. So the key point here,
like that.
What is the takeaway from this?
I don't think there is anything much to take away, because Psychic Parasite didn't earn much. So that is that also.
I'm gonna send a sleeper to smack you, because this is exactly what I told you last week.
If you're sending a slipper, send an expensive one, so that after you smack me, I can just sell it and then buy it on.
No, I'm gonna send you the one I get from hotels,
Okay, yeah, that is actually it's somewhat better, right?
The ones in hotels, what they are like. Those are the cheap foamy kind. Not really foam. It's I don't know what material that is, but it's horrible. It's a one-time wear, and then after 1 day it snaps or something. Yeah, those kind.
Buy an expensive one, nah.
No, my sleepers.
buy a premium good from Singapore.
No,
so that I can
you realize that my sleepers. No, my sleepers are less than $5. It's $4.90 sleepers, and it lasted me 2 years. They're the kind of.
Yeah. Actually, slippers they should only cost that much. If you're spending more than $5 per slipper, you're getting ripped off.
I'm like, why the fuck is it $20? And then there are sleepers over here that's over $40. I'm like, what the fuck? I spent $40 on that, and my sneakers cost only $20. And I was like, that makes no sense to me. I mean, it's not even it's branded, but it's sleepers. What the fuck do you expect from sleepers?
Yeah, I've seen my friends buy spend $30-40 on slippers. I'm like, what is the difference between that and my $2 slippers? There is not a difference. Both of them, they last for more than 2 years. Both of them will get dirty in 2 days, and both of them you won't even be using it beyond a certain limit, right?
I know.
So yeah, what difference does it make?
The people these days are insane. They have too much money. They don't know where to spend, so they spend on this kind of shit. I'm just donate to us. Stop reading on pirate sites now.
Yeah, my friend, he bought an iPhone. I think it was 6 or something. When it was newly launched, the price was around $1,000 or something. I was like, you're spending so much money on this. That much money was my annual expense on food. So I was like, dude, you're spending this much money on just a phone. And then this guy, he dropped it once. At the time, I saw that his heart jumped out of his mouth. I could see his soul flying away. Like, 1K down the rate. But thankfully, it didn't get damaged. Yeah. But yeah, I was like, if my phone were to fall like this, I won't even bother picking it up. I'll just order a new one. It just costs $100. That's all.
Yeah, so this is how you know you are overspending beyond your budget when you cannot afford to replace something. That means that you are spending out of your ability. The takeaway point is, don't fucking do that. You're stupid.
Yeah. Most of all, I'm like, okay, you spend $1,000 on this. What are you going to use it? What's the value of it? Are you doing something? Are you going to produce something using it, or are you playing some really high-end game or something that can only be run on this? Nothing. He's just using WhatsApp, just some music. That's all, and Snapchat or something. I was like, you can use a $20 phone for the same. There's no difference.
True. I mean, to each their own. Some people don't Yeah. They prefer to do this kind of things. I cannot stop them. It's their money.
Yeah.
I just judge them and then laugh at them when misery falls.
Actually, like in such situations, usually when I'm judging, I'm always like I keep my comments to myself, right? But in these situations, I'm like I remind them every second of their life that they bought something that is beyond their necessity.
Yeah, so it's like
I keep reminding them every second, eventually to a limit where they're like, when they see their phone, like usually they buy it to flex, right? That
Yeah.
I'm so rich, I have so much money.
they hide from
But
you.
like 2 days later, yeah, they'll be like, yeah, they'll whenever they're using their phone, they'll be hiding it from me. One guy, he actually like he bought an iPhone and then he changed its cover to make it resemble a cheap Android phone. Just because I was trolling him every second of his life.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. You are like the daily reminder that hey, you're an idiot. It hasn't changed yet.
Yeah. I'm very open about such things. Like, I am a miser, and I'm like, okay, you can spend like $10K also on a phone, but you should use that, right? If you have a usage for that value, then it's fine. But if your usage is not even crossing $30, then it's just a waste.
You know, right? It's just like how you wouldn't even buy a Scrivener even though you like will use it and should use it. At this point, I'm just like, what?
Yeah. I was thinking, actually, I feel like the latest story that I'm using, it needs Scrivener a lot. But I'm like, no, okay, I'll wait until Destiny buys me one.
Then you make sure this channel hits 500 sooner than later.
Even if it may take a few more months, I'm fine. I'll write everything on a notebook. I'll struggle flipping through all the content until she buys me. I'm not going to buy it on
You do realize that you can put it on like docs or something like that, and then the Scrivener allows you import function, so it's easier. You don't have to write it in a fucking notebook. Like who uses like a notepad nowadays? Like, is it physical copy?
Actually, like for me, I'm just like more comfortable with it. It's sort of like that was how I grew up.
That's how I
for
grew
me,
up.
Jotting down ideas on notebook is like easier for me. Like I get more creative in that way.
Oh my god.
Because I'm not just like writing it, I'm also like reading some concepts.
You're like 1800.
So when I'm
1800.
Because like in 18th century, paper was the most available in the world. Like we didn't have tablets back then. So you have to understand from my perspective.
I do, but I'm judging you. It doesn't change the fact that I like really judge you. It's like inefficient. You know, you could have just done this all digitally like one time, and then after that you can like, you know, just import it and then just save yourself trouble. But you're like, no, I love the old life, but you're living in the present century.
Yeah.
Like you're doing
because like when I flip now, just the sound of the paper, like
Smell.
It motivates me. Yeah.
I know.
Actually, if given the choice, I would actually write on a notebook and then pay someone to like type it out.
I used to do that. Like my mom used to be my typist, but then I realized that she couldn't read my fucking handwriting. So I gave up.
Actually, I used to do the same thing. At first I used to write it, then I used to type it. Then at one point I was like, okay, I'm not getting enough time to like type more, so I used to give this to my mother. She was like, okay, fine. I just resigned. I'm having way too much free time on my hands now, so I'll just like help you stuff with that. And then she actually used to type it for me.
If it's not for the handwriting problem, it may be like, you know, possible. But no, currently no. It's like I type faster right now than I write. And I write on the whiteboard for my students in class. They're like, teacher, I can't see what is that word. I'm like, my handwriting is fantastic. So yeah, I train my students to listen to me rather than be a visual learner. Listen to what I say more than what I write, because they cannot freaking understand what I do.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like they really train, but too bad I'm not seeing them again next year.
You resigned, right?
No, it's not resigned. It's just that the school didn't post me like a new job and whatever not for the next class. They are like in the middle of rearranging and I might not get a slot and whatever not, so it kind of sucks. But I'll find a way to work
Yeah, makes sense.
So in any case, so I guess we're concluding this before 2 hours today. Good job.
Yeah. 103 minutes, I think.
150. I don't know. don't have the new the WPC thing. So if they don't come up with this, okay, two things we can do. Either we come up with our own prompts, or we use this but we swap.
Yeah. We can actually do that.
Yeah, okay. So we'll decide like next week. I hope that they come up with something else, because I honestly don't really want to swap with you. I don't want to swap with you. Why the fuck did I have to write secret identity? Like, yeah, it's not so secret. For me, it's an open secret. It's like, what's so special about your secret identity? Are you secretly a moron?
Or we can like try it in Indonesia.
Indonesia?
Yeah, there is a writing prompt in Bahasa Indonesia and like Thai also.
The fuck I know about Indonesia, please.
Yeah, Google Translate.
No, what the hell? No. You don't realize that you're gonna get smite by people like Miss Reality if you do Indonesian.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't even try, okay? While we are posting your nuggets, just no, I don't need to, like, no thank you. I don't need that. Right, so I'm just gonna end this stream down here. I'll see you again next week. If there is not, maybe we want to take a break, because I really want to.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, thanks everyone. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay, everyone, bye. Check it out on WPC Nuggets. Bye.